Hello viewers, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to check about the internal time clock. That internal time clock for different profiles, monthly, weekly and daily. And the count, internal time clock count, we have to check what the count it will tell you. Now what the direction should be. So every count, the internal time clock count is very important because this is the DNA of the market. Once the count completed, it will go for other levels as per the bell curve structure. Once the bell curve is developed, it will move for the minus SD to SD3 levels. If it is going upside, it will go for plus SD1, SD2, SD3 levels. So this bell curve completed or not, the internal time clock only give you the count, only give you the calculation. So now you check the Bank Nifty, this monthly series. The internal time clock should be this almost 43. So 43 means it's the internal time clock. It will give you the structure that bell curve is overdevelopment. Overdevelopment, what it will do? The overdevelopment always give you the price, it will move to opposite direction. So once the internal time clock developed, the price should be moved to opposite direction. This is the internal time clock given. The monthly profile itself, the Bank Nifty, it's bearish. How it will give? It's developed already. The price should move the opposite direction. Now it will break the minus ST1 levels and it will test at the minus ST2 levels and one more level minus ST3 level. Higher chances of it will test the minus ST3 levels. So these are the internal time clock give you the structure. And we check the weekly profile. Weekly profile, the internal time clock is count is 0 to 18. It means that the trend should be continue only. So the trend will not stop yet. Weekly, the trend should be continue only. So monthly, it will go for the minus ST3 levels. So weekly, the trend should be continue only. It will not stop the market. And a daily profile, now the daily profile, it's developed area going on here and there. So the market itself, one area developed, after that only it will move to other area. For the development stage, we have to wait for the internal time clock development. Here the count itself give you the bell curve structure is not developed. So we have to wait for the developed. After development, it will go for the other area. So Bank Nifty overall monthly is bearish structure because it will move for minus ST3 levels, and this weekly the trend should be continue only. Trend should be continue only because the internal time clock give you the count 0 to 18 levels. 18 levels means the trend continuation should be. And the daily profile, the bell curve not developed. So the auction process is happened inside this bell curve. Once developed, then it will come for then it will break the minus ST1 levels and it will go for the new area. So like this, the internal time clock only give you the calculations and give the what status now going on. So internal time clock, it's very important. So every count, it will give you the structure, how the bell curve is developed or not. So check the daily profile and weekly profile. Weekly profile is still the internal time clock give you the structure that 0 to 18 count. So it will trend should be continue only. So continue, it will go for downside. Monthly structures already developed. So it will move for new area. It will move for the minus ST1, ST2, ST3 levels. This auction is completed. Monthly once reach the minus ST3 levels, the auction is completed. Then we have to wait for it will break these levels or it will go for other area. This is the internal time clock calculation, give you the structure of the bell curve. So internal time clock, for every count you have to check what the count going on, it's the bell curve developed or not. So normal development, it will give you the 30 to 42 count, and with its over development it will give you the 43 to 75 count. So normal development, it's developed, it will go for other levels plus st1, st2, st3 or minus st2, st3 levels. So every internal time clock gives the calculation for how the bell curve is developed or not. Once the bell curve is developed, it will go for the other value areas. So this is the auction process happened. This internal time clock only give you the count, only give the structure how the bell curve now status. So every time you have to check the internal time clock and check the status of the bell curve, whether it is developed or not, still the trend is continue or not. So internal time clock give you the trend continuation, weekly check, weekly trend is continuation. So every profile you have to check what is the status of the trend, it is continuations or it is under development process. So everything it will give you the internal time clock only give you the calculation what the status. So internal time clock main important for the profile traders to check how the bell curve is developed or not. So thank you all, thank you for supporting my channel.